Make yourself comfortable, whether lying or sitting. And when you feel settled, I invite you to take a couple of deep breaths as you relax into your position. Close your eyes if it feels safe to do so, or focus with a soft gaze on a neutral spot if you prefer. Slowly bring your attention to your senses. Observe what you can hear, whether that be the distant hum of traffic, perhaps some bird song, or even the ticking of a clock. Notice the light levels flickering behind your eyelids, or any scents that reach you, or the temperature of the air on your skin. Draw your awareness to the places where your body is supported by the chair or the ground. Noticing the pressure points as you lean into the embrace of the earth and hear the whispered invitation, "Come, all you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And as you lean into Christ's promise, feel your center of gravity drop within you. Gradually bring your awareness to your God-given breath. No need to change it. Just notice as it flows into your mouth and your lungs, moving your abdomen, and then out, released back into the world. Stay with your breath for a moment, recognizing that it anchors you here in this time and this place. And know that if anything feels overwhelming or distracting, you can simply return your attention to your breath and offer your concerns to God. When you feel ready, I invite you to bring to your mind's eye a place of natural beauty. It may be woodlands or wild expanse, winding river or mountainside, a place your heart can call home. Breathe in the scents of this place as they carry on the air, the sounds of the creatures who share this with you, perhaps even the gentle rush of water or the breeze whispering through. Here you can live in love, and love lives in you. Secure and peaceful in the presence of the God who is love, for there is no fear in love, for perfect love drives out fear. Take a moment to experience an awareness that you are loved and that love grows within you. This is a love that can be carried on the journey you are about to take, a journey that follows a path you now see laid out behind you, a path that will carry you into the past. As you begin to take a cautious footstep on this path, notice the feel of the ground beneath you, hard or soft, gravelled or grassy, grounding yourself with each step. Then you hear the sound of laughter ahead, and there on the path is a younger, playful version of yourself. Pause to let yourself notice her, this playful soul smiling encouragingly at you. How old is she? What clothes does she wear? What expression covers her face? How wide is her smile? And what playthings has she brought? As she watches you and waits, gently approach her to seek her wisdom. Little child, younger me, what is it that you love? Dear child, what is it that you dream about? Precious child, tell me, is there anything you want me to remember? Don't worry if you cannot hear all her wisdom today. It may have been a long time since you met. Just see if there is anything you can gather, anything you can learn from her presence here with you today. When you are ready, thank her for her wisdom and take a moment to consider if there is anything you think she needs to hear and offer it to her. Notice the love that shines within her and recall that you too are loved, and allow the warmth and compassion you both carry to move between you, recognizing God's presence within and between you both. Gently say goodbye to this playful child and watch as she skips away beyond your line of sight. As your eyes follow her down this path into the past, spend time feeling the sensations in your body, in your throat, in your belly, in your mind, and in your heart. Feeling without judgment, noticing what this child embodies for you. Finding your feet beginning to move on the path again, you notice it begins to rise. Climbing upwards, you see the burning of your calves and the pumping of your arms as you follow the way until you reach a summit, and there before you lies a view of your path through the past. And as you catch your breath, your eye takes in all the twists and turns you have travelled. For some, the path is imbued with a golden hue. For others, it seems to pass into deep shadow. For most, it winds between light and darkness, sometimes in one, sometimes in another. There are places where it intersects with the paths of others. There are places where divisions are clearly marked and choices have been made. There are some roads which seem blocked, which peter out into greyness. As you stand here, you become aware that you are no longer alone. For a stranger, familiar and yet unknown, also studies the view with compassion in his eyes. He sees the path has not always been easy, with rocks and bumps on the road, though there have been times when the path ran smooth. He senses your eyes drawn to particular moments on the path, and he asks if there is anywhere you would wish to revisit, not to change the route you took, but to see it with fresh eyes. You do not need to ask if he will travel with you. You are aware he would not let you travel into the shadows alone. This is your path, and you may visit it as you wish. You may stay on the rise to simply observe from a distance the way you have come, everything that you have done which has brought you here to this point on the road. Or you may choose to travel to a particular crossroads, a particular moment on the path, to explore it again from another angle. But know, whichever you choose, he will not let you stumble or fall. And where there is regret, evidence of our own humanity, he will meet you with love for a hard choice taken or a road you found to be blocked. In the silence, take your journey where you wish in this landscape of your past. As you ascend the hill again, but this time from the other side, just turn your head one more time to see the view, before resolutely carrying its lessons forward, back to the present, your companion at your side. And at the pinnacle of the hill, he gestures you to pause a moment, knowing you are tired from the journey, and seated side by side, facing onwards, he takes from his bag some bread, which he blesses and breaks, sharing it with you, food for the journey onward. And in your deepest heart, you recognize his face as his eyes meet with yours, and you know that you will not travel alone. now you find yourself, scarcely knowing how you have moved, back in the place of beauty, where you began this journey surrounded by love. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both and be one traveller. Long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference.